Angelo Stiller, Antony, Jadon Sancho, Fermin Lopez, and more. Hello, and thank you for joining the Manchester Evening News live coverage, bringing you the latest updates from Old Trafford. The transfer window officially closed on Monday night, wrapping up what was another hectic summer full of arrivals and departures. Manchester United left their business late, eventually spending £18 million to lure goalkeeper Senna Lamens away from Royal Antwerp. Ruben Amorim will be counting on the 23-year-old who registered the highest number of clean sheets in Belgium last season to adapt quickly to Premier League football. On the outgoing front, several moves were sanctioned by the club hierarchy. Rasmus Højlund sealed a switch to Napoli. Antony completed a permanent move back to Real Betis, while Jadon Sancho departed on loan to Aston Villa. Youngster Harry Amass also left, joining Sheffield Wednesday. Overall, it proved a record-breaking window for the Premier League as a whole. Top-flight clubs in England splashed an astonishing £3.17 billion on incoming players, eclipsing the previous high of £2.46 billion set just a year earlier in 2023. At the same time, sales across the league raised a remarkable £1.82 billion. By the time Monday's 7 p.m. deadline passed, United held the third highest net spend in the division, £170.7 million, nudging ahead of Tottenham Hotspur, £154.2 million, with the addition of Lamens. Stick with us here on Men as we bring you all the latest United stories throughout the international break. When Antony was presented to the media following his £21 million return to Betis, the Brazilian couldn't hide his emotions. Reflecting on his time in Manchester, Antony said, "Only I know how tough it was for me in Manchester. I'm sorry. Training, away from the squad, was part of life. I always knew this day would come. That's behind me now." The 25-year-old looked revitalized during his temporary spell in La Liga last year, scoring 9 goals and providing 5 assists in 25 appearances for Betis. Meanwhile, Sancho has opened up on why he chose to join Aston Villa on loan for the campaign. Speaking to Villa TV, he explained, "When I spoke to the manager, he gave me belief and confidence. He laid out the vision for this season, and it really motivated me. He convinced me completely, and I can't wait to work with him." It has since emerged that Marcus Rashford also played a role in Sancho's decision. Elsewhere, Miguel Delaney of The Independent has reported that Romeo Lavia is again being linked with United, just 2 years after his transfer to Chelsea. The Belgian midfielder has endured a nightmare with injuries, missing 73 games since his arrival at Stamford Bridge. Transfermarkt records show that hamstring problems have been his biggest setback, keeping him sidelined for nearly 300 days. In total, he has missed 490 days through injury since signing for Chelsea. Recurring muscle injuries can often spell long-term trouble for players, and United may feel his fitness record is enough reason to steer clear of a potential deal. Meanwhile, Sky Sports claimed that despite constant speculation, United never lodged a bid for Aston Villa's World Cup winning goalkeeper, Emi Martinez. Amorim's attention appeared to switch late in the window toward Lamens, who ultimately arrived for £18 million. Martinez was left out of Villa's weekend fixture against Crystal Palace, amid doubts over his future. But he will now need to reintegrate into Unai Emery's squad. Elsewhere, Grimsby Town were fined £20,000 after fielding an ineligible player in their Carabao Cup upset against Manchester United. Defender Clark Odor's registration had been submitted just 59 seconds too late. Ironically, the 26-year-old came off the bench, played 19 minutes, and missed his penalty in the shootout. TalkSport host Andy Goldstein was blunt in his view. "Kick them out. The competition is stronger with Man United in it. If you break the rules, you're out. It's simple. Keep your fish and chips and get out of the cup." Finally, club legend Roy Keane has delivered his verdict on United's new-look £200 million attacking line under Amorim. Speaking about Matheus Cunha, Keane said, "I think he'll do well. He picked up a knock at the weekend, hopefully nothing major, but he looks the part. He's got that presence about him, the kind of qualities you expect from a Manchester United player. He can take defenders on. Liam Delap spoke to Manchester United before his move from Ipswich Town to Chelsea back in June. United were interested in signing Delap, but the striker decided to join Chelsea in the end. Since then, Ruben Amorim's side have gone on to purchase Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig. Delap was not the only forward whom Chelsea bought last summer, though the Blues, of course, also signed João Pedro, who has been a revelation for them following his arrival from Brighton and Hove Albion. Manchester United figures warned Liam Delap João Pedro was set to join Chelsea. When Delap first arrived at Chelsea, it looked like the 22-year-old would be competing against Nicholas Jackson to be the team's first-choice striker. However, after the impact that Pedro has made, it is the Brazilian who has become Chelsea's main number 9. According to The Athletic, United figures knew that Pedro was heading to Stamford Bridge in the summer and shared